Hey, welcome to Good Enough Spanish. If you want to learn Spanish good enough to travel more, build more confidence, and get more out of life, then you're in the right place. So go ahead and click subscribe because you don't want to miss a thing. Today we are going to dive into 20 super common Spanish words that start with E. That way you can navigate the Spanish-speaking world comfortably. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Okay, so first we're going to start with 10 nouns. And nouns in Spanish is sustantivos. Sustantivos. Nouns, just a person, place, or thing. First noun, escuela. Escuela, which means school. Example sentence. Mi hermano va a escuela primaria. My brother goes to elementary school. Second noun, espejo. Espejo, which means mirror. Example sentence. Me miré en el espejo antes de salir. I looked in the mirror before leaving. Next we have estrella. Estrella, which means star. Las estrellas se ven hermosas esta noche. Next we have edificio. Edificio, which means building. Ese edificio es muy alto. That building is very tall. Number 5, equipo. Equipo, which means team. Nuestro equipo ganó el partido. Our team won the game. Next we have éxito. Éxito, which means success. El éxito no llega sin esfuerzo. Success doesn't come without effort, unless you're lucky. But there is no luck in Spanish. You're not going to wake up one day and just start speaking Spanish. So luck won't get you out of this one. Next we have enfermedad. Enfermedad, which means illness. La gripe es una enfermedad común. The flu is a common illness. Hope you never get it. Next, esfuerzo. Esfuerzo. Todo vale la pena con esfuerzo. Everything is worth it with effort. That's a great line to remember when you're learning Spanish. No effort, no progress. And number 9 is ejemplo. Ejemplo, which means example. ¿Me puedes dar un ejemplo? Can you give me an example? And finally, in our nouns category, we have entrada. Entrada, which means entrance. La entrada del museo está cerrada. The entrance to the museum is closed. Great job, great job, great job. Now let's go over the verbs. 10 Spanish verbs that start with E. And verbs in Spanish is verbos. Verbs are simply action words. First verb, empezar. Empezar, which means to start. El partido va a empezar a las 7. The game is going to start at 7. Next we have escuchar. Escuchar, to listen. Me gusta escuchar música en español. I like to listen to music in Spanish. By the way, that's a great way to learn and improve your listening comprehension. Next verb is entender. Entender, which means to understand. Tú necesitas entender español. You need to understand Spanish. Next verb, esperar. Esperar, which means to wait. Estoy esperando el autobús. I'm waiting for the bus. Now, that was in a conjugated form of esperar, and we'll go over that in another video. Next, we have escribir. Escribir, which means to write. Voy a escribir correo en español. I'm going to write an email in Spanish. It's a great way to practice your writing. That's your output. Next, we have elegir. Elegir, which means to choose. Tienes que elegir un postre. You have to choose a dessert. You can't have all of them. Make a choice. And next we have explicar. Explicar, which means to explain. El profesor da explicar la lección. The teacher will explain the lesson. And next we have is encantar. Encantar, which means to love. Me encanta viajar por Latinoamérica. I love traveling around Latin America. Next we have entrar, which means to enter. No puedes entrar sin invitación. You can't enter without an invitation. This is invitation only. You got to be invited. Can't just show up here. And the last we have is estudiar. Estudiar, to study. Voy a estudiar español todos los días. I'm going to study Spanish every day. And that's how it should be if you want to move up the staircase of Spanish learning. So you did a great job, great job. Those are 20 words that start with the letter E. 20 common Spanish words, not some junk that's going to fill up your head, okay? So I short-circuited your learning and gave it to you on a platter right there. Practice them. It's very useful vocabulary to advance your Spanish communication. Well, there you go. 20 practical Spanish words that start with E. Now click the next video listed on your screen.